I'm going to call the Albany Selectmen's meeting for January 28th, 2026 to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business is approval of the Selectmen meeting minutes for January 14th, 2026.
Move to approve as presented.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the January 28, 2026 consent file. Review and sign manifest in the amount of $18,866.53 for 12/31/25, $5,804.88, 1/20/26, and $1,138, and no change for 12/31/2025, and $18,528.94 for 1/27/2026. This includes an accounts payable and payroll manifest for 12/31/25 and 1/20/2026. Two manifests equal fiscal year 2026 and fiscal year 2025, and 1/27/2026. Two manifests for fiscal year 2026 and fiscal year 2025. Review, discuss, and approve or deny a local approval for construction of an individual sewage disposal system for MAP 3, Lot 76.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent file as presented.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
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 I'm going to ask the board if they don't mind moving Sandy up to this point to talk to her and get her out of here. That's okay?
Absolutely.
She's making me nervous, staring at me. We don't usually have public here. So, we asked you here tonight because there's a couple of questions. And I know we spoke last night, and my head is clear. But of course, until talking to you, we don't know.
Okay,
So, and I don't have a budget in front of me.
I do.
Okay. Actually, Rick, why don't you do this? Because it was your question. Well, it was about the travel, and I'll bring it up.
Well,
I
it's just
don't have-
a breakdown of the expenses and travel.
The travel one you cleared up for me,
Right.
you want to go through that, that'd be
Well,
appreciated.
yeah, because especially, like, it says conferences, okay? And that's where, I believe, that's where the certification got put instead of down in certification. Because there's only two conferences in a year. It's the tax collectors conference and the town clerks conference. And there's two workshops, a spring workshop and the fall workshop. And the certification it's a 4-year program, and this is the last year. And then I'm certified both as tax collector and town clerk. So
That one goes away.
That one goes away, correct. And then every 5 years, I would have to go for 1 day, and that's it. So once you're certified, you're required to go once every 5 years, spend the day to get recertified.
The other thing we were concerned with, and I spoke to you about this, was staying within the lines. And I know how it works, we all know how it works.
Yep.
But when we're going to talk to the other boards also, just to be on the same page, that the lines mean something,
Right,
because we have to explain them.
right,
I know you're within your bottom line, which is most importantly,
right.
but if we could all get on the same page with doing that.
Well, with supplies, the voting booth is under that one. So if you take out the it's over $1,500, so the supplies would not be over in budget.
Okay.
That should have gone,
It was the booth that pushed that
Yeah.
line over.
because that should have gone under small equipment and maintenance, which I need to increase that line by but we're not gonna get any more.
Yeah, and we weren't actually sure if it should even go there, if it should go under elections.
Right.
That one was kind of,
Well, actually, it probably should go under elections.
I would think it would be
because
under
for
elections, yeah.
right.
So that would clear up my supply line that went over.
Yeah. Yeah, and we did talk about that before you bought it, so it's not like it's.
Right,
Right.
talked about.
right, because you had, I think, Rick, you had said, you've got plenty of money in the budget, why don't you do it now?
Oh, yeah.
before the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah.
year?
No,
Right.
it all makes sense.
Exactly.
And then, oh, and then with the postage, over, one, the postage fees went up, and then.
Yeah,
now-
postage is hard to predict.
Right,
I mean,
plus,
it's,
you figure it's twice a year billing now, and I have to send out reminder notices, so like the 20th of this month, I send for February. You know, sometimes it's only 25, 30, sometimes it's over 100.
Yeah.
And then if people do EV2 Gov for motor vehicle registrations, I have to mail them out. Or if they do them by mail, not everybody sends an envelope.
So should that be more than 1,400 on that
Yes,
one?
it probably should, because God only knows. Because, yeah, I had put 32, and it was 35, so I was going to bump it up to 36, and hopefully postage doesn't skyrocket.
So you want that at 36?
you want that at 36?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, with the recordings, it all depends who's up to date on taxes, whether I have to have more lien notices, or,
Mhm. I guess if you could think of the worst case, and that's where we set the budget. And if it's not worst case, then,
right.
you know, because that's the same thing we do with boards. We have to have enough money to pay everyone on a board, even
Right.
though we don't have the people on the board.
Yeah, because recordings, I was at 13 and it was at 12, so.
Now, in your conferences, recertification, and travel, okay, between the two lines, you've got $3,700. What does that break down to?
Which one are you talking about, the travel?
Well, I'm looking at, under travel conferences, you've got $2,500, and under recertification and conferences, you've got another
Just down the bottom.
1,200.
Right, so the, yeah, research.
I mean, what does that-
1,200.
What's a breakdown of those costs?
Well, so basically, that recertification, though, should be, that's where the conference that I go to, the.
Right.
That's the
certification
last
program,
one.
That's the last one. So that's the recertification. The conferences that you're looking at, that's.
so I might have put your research fee in the travel line of conferences. I can
Right.
see what you're saying there. I can adjust that.
Yeah, because under the conferences, like I said, there's only 2 a year.
All right, now, what does that include, though? I mean, does it include mileage and travel to and from?
Well, basically.
Does it cost money for the conferences themselves?
Yes, there's a fee for the conferences. I think it's like 260, something like that.
For each one, and how many are there?
It's 2 per year.
Right,
And the local, the tax collector's one is always at Settlers Green. And the
Right.
hotel there costs the local clerks or tax collectors a free room for the 2 nights. So there's no cost to the town except for.
that's included in that?
No, they
It's for
comp
free.
it. Other people that have to travel,
Yeah.
they have to pay to stay. But because we're local and a lot of the towns don't want to pay because it's so close. I think it was years ago when Joe Ferris might have been a selectman, they started comping rooms for the locals. So for that one that comes up in the fall, it's just a matter of the registration fee, which is like I think it's like 260.
Sounds right.
And then in the clerk's conference, since the Red Jacket, it always used to be there. Now that it burnt down, they're choosing different areas within the state to make it more feasible for others to have to travel. And that's usually 2 days.
Right, and it's a 2-day conference? So you'd have, what, one hotel room to,
Well, you
in
go-
between?
Well, basically, so like, So usually, we're usually staying in a hotel 2 nights, because you go, the first day you go and you check in. Then the next day you're still there, and then you leave the following.
They start early that first day.
Yep. Because registration and everything, and there's a big long line.
Is that typically how everyone does it?
Yep,
They show up the night before?
yep.
How much you think that night is, like 100 and...
Well, it depends, like certification, it's $124 a night for Concord, and it's tax exempt. Depending on, and usually all the hotels give us a discounted rate anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because,
That's so big, a lot of
Right.
people, you know.
So after you're completely certified, some of these numbers will actually get down?
that certification week is gone.
That whole conference one.
Yeah.
That whole,
Okay.
well, the certification, the
Yeah.
conferences are just a little.
Oh, yeah, the certification one.
Yeah, and that's gone.
All right.
What's the last year?
Thank God.
Well, it's good, now we can explain things.
Right.
Even if we don't, at any point,
Right.
we're thinking or talking about, we have the knowledge now.
Right.
So I'm glad we had you, and I'm glad I
You
trusted
get a
you.
lot out of it. The only thing I don't know is when you have to get up and public speak in front of 83 people about a topic that
No,
you
you-
don't know about.
That's easy.
Just gotta put your tall boots on and talk.
I'll tell you.
No, the key to it is you pick 2 people out in the audience and you just talk to them.
Yeah, like they're in their underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That might work for you.
I feel better having all this answered.
Yeah.
However my compadres feel, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with it. We'll just get those, and it's all just a couple of mistakes we gotta
Yeah.
get
Oh, and the
straight.
other one, the Avatar, I think that price is, because I believe I gave you the slip from them, they give you a budget for the following year.
Okay.
And Interware does that too.
So that's where that number is coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm all good?
you're all good, and I appreciate, you've been working your butt off. Hopefully Caitlin's gonna give you
Yeah.
some breathing room
Yeah.
and take it, because she has a
Oh,
budget.
yeah, no, I was excited when she said,
Yeah. And if it's not Caitlin's, always keep your eyes out
Right.
for anyone that wants to.
I'll tell you, yeah, I talked to a couple of people, but,
I'd rather you get a couple people and give them a little bit, that way one can't do, that'd be ideal. I know we're not gonna get the ideal,
right.
but that's what the budget's for. And,
The only problem is that where Caitlin's already done through all the training.
oh, yeah, no, she's ideal.
Yeah, so, but if somebody else comes on board, then they have to go to Concord,
Yeah.
get the training in, and then start the whole,
Yeah, but they can't do that till they've been involved for a year, is that right?
no, certification, you can't do the certification program unless you've been at work for a year.
Right, yeah.
But when you're new on board, you have to do, like Tori had to, you had to do the online stuff on the computer, you had to do all that stuff. And then that next step, you have to go to Concord for a day, and they talk about the motor vehicle registrations. And then the second day, you actually go upstairs with title, and they literally bring out stats, because they go through every single one by hand. So we had to actually help them go through, okay, this one might be a hold, and
Yeah.
that way you know what to look for on the title.
So does that mean we should have that in the budget, so if she does hire someone, we can do that?
Well, it's be Caitlin's budget, which is,
Yeah.
it's the same budget as a second person. I mean, that's,
Well,
like
what-
it's doing, that budget doesn't have Caitlin's name on it.
Right. What did Caitlin commit to? I mean, is she gonna,
She said that, well, yeah, she said that she's gonna be around more often. She still has to finish training for the bank. So she's been working remotely from home to do that, but she told me that she'd be around a lot Saturday with me for a couple of hours
Good.
to help you some manage months after the year stuff. But yeah, she wants to stay on board.
Well, that'd be the ideal.
That way when I retire, she can take over. And I can be her deputy.
Well, I'll be retiring at that point, so who cares? Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Good luck with your pipes. A lot of times when you get snow over frozen pipe, they thaw on their own, but you can't wait to see.
Well, the problem is, Stephen already dug underneath the shop
Yeah.
and tried to be an inchworm under there, which is a big problem. And that didn't work, so we had to
You're on video.
go under, because we have a heat tank. And when we dug out underneath where the water supply is, the ground's still warm. So that was.
It's back underground somewhere.
It's up by the house. Because it comes out of the house and it goes under,
Spring's right around the corner.
but I can't be able to work
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
that won't be good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Have a great night.
Good night, Sandy.
All right.
Okay, we're going to back up to the town administrator's report.
Excuse me, so I had review and discuss new agreement for the Albany Madison plow turnaround. It was in the packet, it just needs a little revising. I thought it looked good, other than just changing up some of the signature lines.
I already signed it.
No, that's signing it.
You did?
It says sign here.
Well, the dates have got to be
I'm
filled
going to
in.
null and void it. What's this? Yeah.
Perfect.
No, I mean, is the wording, I mean, I offered
I thought it looked
to
okay.
draft it up, and,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I
that's
thought it
all
was-
I could come up with.
I thought it was a
I
go.
sent a copy to Alyssa, and I sent one to Curtis.
I thought it was a
I
go.
haven't heard from anybody except you today.
All right, I think it looks good.
I thought it looked good too, I think we just need to change it, take Curtis's line out and put the three of you in.
Why weren't we doing Curtis? You don't
He
want to?
doesn't need to be on it.
Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. Good.
And a copy, any agreements and contracts like that, a copy of it has to go to the town clerk
Okay.
for
Safekeeping.
filing. Just FYI. That way, when we're looking for a copy of it, we know there's one at the town clerk's office. And when the solid waste one gets done, it's right in their bylaws in the agreement that it has to be filed with each town, Eaton, Albany, and Conway, tax clerk, or town clerk. So. And I sent you the Word copy?
Yes,
Okay, so you can
I
take,
can change it.
okay.
And then I have just review and discuss the budget and warrant. I don't know if you want to wait till the end to do that. or
Yeah, I was
just-
going to mention that. Let's do that,
Okay.
in case we get long-winded. I don't know that we have anything with the boards.
Oh, under old business?
Oh, okay.
I did
That's
get a
right.
quote.
That's
I
right.
finally hooked up with Dave Schoolius. Met him down here, we went over it, and he sent a quote in of $4,000. So, the total for both the contracting as well as the electrical is, was it 10,250?
So you're going to go for 11?
250. I would say just round it off to 11 in case we run into an issue. Whatever we don't spend goes into the unreserved cash balance and use it to reduce taxes. Because nobody knows when we start tearing into the walls what we're going to find,
Right, right.
or overhead.
I wish that, and we can still do this is not pertaining to money, but I wish we had some kind of plan, layout. This wall's coming out, this here, this, just so the three of us know, in case we go and say, why's that wall over there?
I
Should-
went over it with you, and I went
Yeah, but
over
if
it
we-
with
Whether the
Jim.
contractor wants to do it, give us a sketch of what he's doing, or, I don't know, this is kind of like, if you're hanging
Before the-
around, you're gonna tell him one thing, and if I stop in and say, why don't you put that over, I think it should be a set. This is
It's
what-
pretty straightforward. We got to put a wall across, and it's just a matter of dodging ceiling lights and fixtures. We're gonna leave the main door that's there now in, because it's a secure, heavy, thick door with a good lock on it, because Sandy needs secure storage for her records. We're gonna divide her room off a little bit and have a little area for the supervisor of the checklist, so they can store their stuff, which isn't as much as Sandy needs.
Yeah.
And that door is gonna, and it doesn't necessarily have to be secure like the town clerk has to be. We're gonna have a door going in from the left side of the wall into that little closet, basically, and there's gonna be a light with a switch to turn a light on in there so they can see what they're doing. The only thing that's up in the air is what do we want to do with that window? Do we want to close it in completely and just make it a solid wall? Do we want to put bars on it?
I just started thinking,
You know-
they're gonna have to re-side the outside of the building and put do the insulation and everything else, and then redo the inside, when bars would be a half-hour lag bolt.
Well,
and-
it would depend on what it would cost to put the bars in.
It-
And
it-
and the
it depends on
bars
what the
aren't.
bars cost.
And the bars aren't necessarily secure if you're bolting them in from the outside.
Bolt on the inside. Well, you think of non-tamper bolts or whatever they use. I mean, I've seen it done. It's just a thought, because it's,
And then it's a matter of rearranging we're gonna take, to save money, we're taking the inside door of the in-between on that side because it opens the correct way, and we're gonna use that over for the supervisors and checklist storage area. We can refit it over there. It goes the right direction.
what about the fireproofing?
We're gonna use fireproof
Wood,
board, well,
fire resistant.
yeah.
All right, well,
I mean, the rest of the building isn't constructed of that.
no, I know,
So,
it's
mean,
nothing to me, it's just you said it was code that it had to be
it's-
that way, so.
It's one, it's one wall.
Well, if Jim's comfortable.
It's cheaper than buying a new town hall,
Oh, I know,
and it serves the purpose, and Sandy's pretty cramped over there.
yeah. Well, I was looking at what she had, and
Well, she's gonna gain storage in that little walkway between the two rooms, because the supervisor and the checklist are gonna move their stuff over into that other storage area. And then it's gonna be a matter of installing some new outlets in the wall that we're putting in, and rearranging some overhead lighting, and putting in another switch and another door going into the left side of that room, where the zoning and planning board and conservation commission will have storage. Because now everybody should be meeting out here.
you don't think we need any type of contract stating that it's a final, because they can't go over this number? They can't.
Well, I told them,
Well, as long as you feel, you're usually the guy screaming for this stuff, so I'm just being the devil's advocate saying, we need this, we need
I'm
that.
trying to keep the cost within a
me
reasonable
too,
amount.
but it
and
has to stay-
Solving the problem. We're kind of limited as to what we can do here. And trying to find somebody that'll come in and do a little job like this without charging
Oh, I
you an
know.
arm and a leg is like pulling teeth. I've already tried.
So,
Both people that are doing it are residents of town, so
warrant for 11?
I would say that would fit the bill. And I wouldn't write a check on the final job, half of it until it's done, to our satisfaction.
Bump that to 11. That one article.
Are you good with that, Jim?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's, because we don't know what we're gonna find when we get into the ceiling, into that wall. And I know Dave has done some work here before, and Kevin
Yeah.
has done work here before for us. and-
Whatever you do, don't forget to get a building permit.
Yeah.
Town needs its money for the permit. No, I think we're tax exempt, right? Okay, that sounds good.
We'll check it, when you call municipal, find out if we need a building permit to put in our wall.
I'm pretty sure anything that adds value, we could be different. I could be wrong.
Well, just make sure so nobody calls us on it.
And Nothing to report on the boards, I'm imagining.
Solid waste, I'm waiting, everything's in the other people's, on the committee's hands right now. We're going to be setting up a public hearing probably in February sometime, and this may not come back to us for our approval until March sometime.
Okay.
It depends on how much of a hurry everybody else is in.
Correspondence, email from a resident at 38 Abenaki Way.
So that was from a resident looking to see what they would need to do, or if there was any possibility of Abenaki Way becoming a town-maintained road.
In my past experience with that, we've had several people inquire when I've been a selectman. And the problem with that road is, A, I don't believe it's built to town specs. And I believe the road goes down a twisty and very steep incline down to the Kank. Very dangerous. It's a private association that owns it, that built all the houses over there.
If,
And I don't believe it could be a town road, because they'd have to pay to bring it up to town standards, first of all. And I don't think with that incline, you could.
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd have to have some switchbacks.
Right up there today, but I didn't make it.
No, I've been up there, and, I mean, in the spring, with all the sand that's on the road, you could slide out into the Kank.
But the process is, if they could, is to make that road meet town standards,
Right.
and they would have to fund that, and then they would have to come to the town,
That would have to come to town meeting.
town has to
and the
vote on
town
it.
would choose, right, at a town meeting?
Yep.
The town would vote on
Yep.
it. And they would have to get petition, just like any other warrant article.
Probably,
Yep.
yep.
Okay.
So unfortunately, even after they bring it up to town code, it could still get voted down.
Correct.
So it's just,
And I think the only way you can do it is, you'd have to have enough property there to have some switchbacks.
Yeah. I
Because
agree. I don't
it's,
know that it's even
it's
possible.
very steep, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a pretty significant curve
yep,
also.
it's not a
And they
bad
can't
road.
find people to plow it, okay, because everybody will take it on, but after one winter, it's like, I don't want to do that no more.
And that, the approach to the tank, it's really steep.
And it's
man.
really steep.
Jim, isn't that road that, it's closed at one end?
No, well, it joins,
No, it's
was it?
closed at one end.
Abenaki Way.
You have to come off the Kank to get up, no?
No, they
Go
can,
Chase Hill.
yeah, Chase Hill Road.
I
And
think
get onto
Chase Hill
Avenue.
has been blocked for
No.
long.
No,
No, I travel through there all the time.
it's
Go to
the,
tank, yeah.
Not even in winter?
You're thinking of Motview Drive.
Motview
I'm
Drive.
thinking of
It-
Motview Drive.
It's
Yeah,
got
that
a
section
chain
is
there.
blocked.
That's what I'm thinking.
And that's a fight between the town and
Yeah.
people, and
Okay, I had the wrong place.
I don't remember whether it's chained in the wintertime and not chained in the summertime, or vice versa.
So, all right, now I know what you're talking. Yeah, that's not, road's not in very great shape. Motview is in not in bad shape, but this.
Right.
this
Well,
will
we
take-
just did some work up there.
This will take
The
some
moat
work.
is already a town road.
Yeah, well, they did that as part of their subdivision.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
right. So, I mean, it's,
So, do you get that? They have
Yes.
to, and I think we should have town specs for the road. It's probably.
well,
DOT specs.
there were town specs already.
Oh, Tim's got it.
So it's in here.
Yep,
Street standards.
yep,
So
and
you-
that was just updated in my last term.
So the key to let them know is they can bring it all up to specs, but then the town does have to vote.
Okay.
And I would assume they'd want an engineer, and one of the engineers in town that we've used is HEB, and they know our town specs, so that would be a recommendation.
So the idea for them is they get everybody on that road to come into town meeting to vote for it.
But first, they'd have to have it.
First, it's gotta come up to
Right.
specs.
Got it.
So it's
And that
pretty
would,
big gamble.
and
It's
that
pretty
would
big
be,
gamble.
that would be expensive,
It's like
because,
2,000 feet of road.
Right.
and they'd have to put some switchbacks in it to
I mean, that's,
avoid,
that's drainage, that's everything.
oh, yeah.
I would assume there would be property taken and given and,
Well, it could be all of the above. I mean, that's not our,
yeah, no.
that's not our issue.
But I agree.
That's that Abenaki Association
Yep.
or whatever.
Okay. Review and discuss the memorandums from Northtown Associates.
So those were, there was an email from Northtown, couple of unhappy residents with their assessment. Can mail them out the abatement forms. There was some requests looking for copies of the manual that Jason puts together. He does not have a digital copy. We only have a hard copy. That's what's in our contract. It is available if that resident would like to come look at it, take pictures. If he did want a copy, we'd have to figure out how to make him a hard copy and what to charge, because obviously that's a lot of time and effort on my part to put together for him. But I haven't heard from him at all. I actually haven't heard from either one of those.
He might have been hot at the moment.
That's what I wonder, so. As far as mailing out the abatement forms, I've got a stack of them in the office.
Yeah, I would
can mail
recommend
out.
calling New Hampshire Municipal and just find out what the latest, greatest legislation was on what you'd charge to copy something like that. You know, and, you know, whether we do it on our machine,
You should probably have that as on this.
probably should go to
Anyway.
Staples and just hand it to them and let them do it all and
Right.
he pay the bill. But that's our only copy and it doesn't leave the building.
Right.
I would imagine if he came in and looked at it, he'd realize he doesn't need it in his own possession.
Well, he-
Probably just wants to get an idea of how it,
Well, it's like the property files, those aren't allowed to leave the building, people can look at them, take pictures, I can make, you know, copies of certain pages, but those don't leave the building either.
Right. Yeah, I would treat it the same way.
yeah.
And like I said, just to stay on the right side of the law,
I would,
find out what it costs in case he wants a couple of the pages. I mean, if it's only a couple of copies,
yeah, I'd do it for him.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, there's no public comment. We're gonna move 10 to another time. Okay?
Yeah.
And our next meeting is gonna be a public hearing on the budget warrant. It's gonna be February 4th, 2026 at 4:30. The selectmen's meeting is the week after, but we're gonna have a weather date of what, Elisa?
So the public hearing is scheduled for February 4th, next Wednesday. The weather date would be the following Wednesday at the selectmen's meeting, or just after the selectmen's
Okay.
meeting.
All right, but the weather looks clear.
It looks fine for the 4th.
Are we incorporating a selectmen's meeting into February 4th?
We're
We
gonna have a
should.
limited,
I would notice it, we
I
would
will.
notice it,
I'll put it up.
if we
just
have
in
any
case something comes up
housekeeping,
that
we'll
we
do it.
have to,
Yeah.
Just
last
housekeeping,
minute stuff.
and we'll get right into it. Because we have this at 4:30, so should we, no, that's okay. We'll just quickly do a little housekeeping if we need to. And if we don't, we'll go straight
Well,
into
if
it.
there are people showing up for the public hearing, if we're doing house cleaning, they can be part of that
Yeah.
and see what came
Yeah.
up that we weren't expecting, okay? And then you can recess from the selectmen's meeting and go into the public hearing and do,
We'll get here a
that
little
part.
early, put some chairs out, take care of
And at
stuff.
the end of that, we go back to the selectmen's meeting and we vote
Well,
to
you'd have to-
finalize the budget. and the
you'd have to
warrant?
vote on each of the warrant articles.
Okay, and then we're done at that point.
Technically, at that point, and if you change anything, you gotta have another public hearing. So after February 4th, if something came up that we had to change, probably sometime between that time and the deadline, we'd have to have another public
That's why we
hearing.
gotta get it right. Get it right the first
And
time.
what's the notice for a public hearing? 7 days?
But we don't even have time, I don't think, to change anything, do we?
No, I mean, those are our
Yeah.
dates, that's
Yeah.
what we
Yeah,
have,
we
we've
have to
got
have
the
it.
4th and the 11th.
We gotta get it right.
We'll get it
Yeah.
right, we'll get it right. And after the public hearing, close the public hearing, and we'll just go right down. The budget is gonna be one of the warrant articles, we'd vote up or down, and then go right through all the warrant articles, approval, are recommended
Right.
or not recommended.
And then we'll be done. And you can go away knowing that everything's taken care of.
And if nobody's in the room, we'll see if we even go line by line to read them, basically read them for the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I've had these public hearings where nobody showed up.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, Dorothy always showed up.
I miss her.
No, she was a sweetheart.
Okay, so
So,
we're gonna go back up to the budget. So Lisa, you don't have a copy, do you?
I stuck my copy, I can run and print you one if you want.
If you don't mind.
Do you remember where we left off there? Because I don't have my copy that I have notes on either.
We did quite a bit.
Or did we finish it?
can't be too much.
Who was it that we just need to transfer that information to Elisa? My notes.
Thank you. Okay, trying to remember where we did leave off, Jen, do you remember?
I don't, but I think unless we gave Elisa the information that we come up with after she left,
You did leave that, didn't you, Rick, or did you keep that?
did we give you
Your
that?
scratch from last
I've
week?
got the
The warrants.
The warrant,
I didn't have any, there was no budget left with.
you said you were
no
meeting with her
certain-
the next day.
To talk about it, yeah, but not to, that scratch, that's what I was gonna talk about, the warrant, you have.
So this I have, yes.
So where did we leave off with you, do you know?
I know we had gotten through executive, through treasurer.
Why don't we start at the beginning and just go through it all and make sure?
I mean, I had checked off down, Sandy was questionable. I thought we were like almost through the second page when I left.
Oh, I know we were. We're pretty much through what you,
So Sandy's good now besides that 33 that we just bumped up to 36.
yes.
Under supplies.
Yeah.
Want to just go quickly through each bottom line?
Let's do it.
Executive. We had no changes that I can see. That number's gonna stay where it is.
The top line, we changed that, but she's already adjusted it.
Right. And the.
Treasurers is okay.
That's all stayed the same. Town clerk, tax collector, that's one that's gonna change.
Well, the supplies she wants, or
Just slightly.
Just $100, was it 100 that we're gonna go up on something? On
It
the,
was
300.
300.
oh, that, no, it was postage, wasn't it?
Postage, yeah.
postage.
Postage up 36 to 36 from 3,300.
Yeah, okay, so that's a change. And that was question marked anyway, so that's good.
Yeah, the question marks we answered in the meeting with her.
Yep.
And the conferences, we straightened out, that one stays for another year. Oh, not the So that one we cleared up. So that number is good after the add of the 300. Everything for the
Elections are pretty straightforward. I mean, there's 3 elections next year.
Is what it is.
do.
Same with the auditor, supplies and printing.
Right, those are all just,
That's
they're
all.
hard numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our next one,
Small equipment. No schedule replacement, no, that's all clear.
Did we get a quote from Minuteman on the town report?
Yes, is it?
1,300? Seems like it's been 1,300 for the last.
can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
On town report, when does it have to be submitted? For printing?
Check the deadline on
I
that.
think, I'd like to have us proof it.
Okay,
But last year, there was just some things that we could have updated, I think.
okay.
And it'd be nice to do that.
Is that 1,300 good for town report?
Yeah, I got a quote from that.
Okay.
Everything else is pretty,
I did have a note on mine that's from last time to bump up the travel for our office to 1,000 from 500. Is that something you guys decided to do or not? I have it perhaps
No.
increased to
What-
1,000
what-
on my note.
What line is that?
It was the travel 4150.09.
that was me squabbling over travel pay.
Well, we kind of went around about it, so
I
I
know.
didn't know if we decided to bump it up another 500 or leave it at 500.
I'll leave it at 500.
Okay.
I get paid plenty as a selectman to go all over this state.
We gave you a raise?
Don't
Well,
give me anything yet.
not yet, but proposed.
That means all 3 of us got a
That'll
raise.
cover your
That
gas.
means all 3 of us got a raise, but I'm still traveling. But that's all right. Well, I think if I gotta go, I gotta go. Otherwise, I'm gonna talk to you guys and see if it's worth going. So that way I'm not
Well,
making the
that's the
decision.
way I treat a lot of this stuff.
I mean,
is-
they have a TAC meeting every month somewhere in the state. And if it's in, like it was in Gorham, I went up to Gorham, but I didn't say nothing about it because nothing happened. But it could be in Pittsburgh, it could be anywhere.
Stay in touch with Nick and find out
Very much in touch with Nick.
what's important on the
Talked to Nick
agenda.
yesterday. I
Well,
do. That's why,
I mean, that's-
that's why I'm saying, if it's
Yeah.
something important, I'll let you guys know. If it's not, you won't hear from me. 'Cause sometimes it's just boilerplate nonsense. All right, so we're gonna leave that where it was, Elisa, at the 500.
Okay.
And
The assessing, Jason, that's what he requested? Our regular assessing chores for him? And then Pete Howland helps with the timber stuff?
Yes.
Are those good numbers?
Yeah, I'm lost right now, I'm sorry.
top of the page.
Top of page
Financial
3.
Administration.
415201.
415201, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys were a page further than I was. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Tax map update, who does that?
That's a 3-year contract.
Avatar.
Because there's discrepancies on our tax map that hasn't been.
I don't like the new tax maps. I like the old ones better.
But there's discrepancies that haven't been fixed.
So any discrepancies, if we can compile a list of them, I can send it to
Okay.
our rep at Avatar and ask
What's the
that they be-
discrepancy?
Smith Reardon lot.
Has that been totally determined yet?
No.
So if you go out aviation, they've owned a piece of land out there for a
Right,
long
no,
time.
I'm familiar with the,
Okay.
has it been resolved, totally resolved to everybody's satisfaction?
Well, on the tax map, there's a number for that lot, and it's the same number for, actually, it's a Coleman lot.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
there's two on it, and
I
it needs
got
to
you.
be
All right.
corrected.
That needs-
That's the only correction that I
Gotcha.
know about with that. I would.
Would it be better to get a bunch of them together if we have them, or just, can you just fix that one?
I mean, we can send them
Well, just send them what
Just
you
send
want
them
directions
what you
fixed.
whenever we
Do
have
we know
them.
who sent it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
That's
the
what
only.
we pay 'em for.
Could we wait forever to get a second one? Maybe that's just the way.
Right.
Yeah, let's get it fixed.
And then somebody just needs to follow up after you send it to see if they did it and did it right.
Right. Yep, okay.
I do have a note on mine of bumping town council up to 6 from 5. Is that something you guys?
Well, I think last time we discussed it, we went halfway, just in case.
Which one's that, sorry?
Legal. 415301.
So what was it at 55?
Well, I thought we were gonna bump it up to 6.
That's what I have.
That's what you
Yeah,
have.
that's what my notes
Oh,
said.
415301? Is that what you're talking, town council?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
got it.
up to 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's another number that you don't know what you're gonna need.
Right.
You may use nothing, you may,
Maybe more.
and you may use more. And some of the stuff you send to them,
Let's hope we use none.
you don't know whether to believe it or not.
Planning board's not asking for anything, so I'd say that's a good number.
Yep,
No, they're all,
Yeah. Zoning board, same deal. Like that. Well, actually, it's $1 more. Oh, because we added in the legal, yeah.
conservation is same as last year.
Government building, it is what it is, right?
Cemetery was same as last year.
Next one's all half.
Yeah. Then, you know, the regional associations, those are all just their set fee numbers.
Yep.
Did we decide to drop patrols back to 3 from 4? Is
Yep.
that definite?
I agree on that. yeah.
I agree on that, too.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll have to recalculate that, but I can adjust that.
Can we adjust that now? Like, should we be reaching out to the sheriff and,
No, it's our choice.
right, but we should reach out and let him know, so
Oh,
we
we,
can grab it back.
well,
He's
Yeah.
already,
It's
he's
not a-
already spending that money. 'Cause
it's not a for sure until it goes through town meeting.
Yeah.
But you might give them a heads up and say that we're proposing
Okay.
to reduce it by 1.
Just so,
Well, just so that he, in his scheduling, we know he's always short help and hard to get good help, because,
Yeah.
you know, it's a revolving door.
I'll shoot him an email tomorrow.
I think
Yeah.
he must be.
Just so we
And just say, we're proposing to reduce it to 3.
Back to where we
He
were.
has,
And that's where
he
it
has been
went,
invited, and we haven't heard to a meeting. so
you know, I
He
mean,
he must be sure, he's probably out on patrol, he's so shot, so we'll hear back from him.
And then I don't really have any other notes from here on out. I don't
No,
know if
and
you guys do.
Not a lot happened after that, because we get into Curtis's, which is all good. And,
Okay.
Then it's kind of much out of our control. From there on, pretty much out.
Same with solid waste and
Yeah.
rack those are.
Well, in emergency management, I've got a note here that we put $500, where it says $1, we put $500 in supplies.
What line are you looking at?
Yeah, I don't know.
429004. Because it was budgeted 2,000
That's
previous
because
year.
that's for the emergency operation plan, and we encumbered those funds from last year to
Right.
finish that.
But I've just got a note here that we were gonna put $500
Just
back in
as
for
a
supply,
cushion in
basic
case, or-
supplies.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only other thing that I would look at, the annual generator inspection and service,
Yeah.
have you checked with Field Electric to see if that price is good? Because they quoted me more than that for my generator.
They did, I'll reach out.
Yeah, we can
And-
correct, or I just wanna, we can correct that through email if you want, just send it to each one of us. No.
Well, just correct it. It is,
Yeah,
it
no,
is
I'll
what
reach
it
out to
is.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
and it's, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious though, if you wanna
Alright.
forward that to us, so we know about it for next week. And we're gonna assume that Albany Madison turnaround staying the same, even without the sign? I think so, because she said it'd keep it the same, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Seems to by the road agent stuff, we're on allocation only for salt. There's a shortage.
Yeah.
So if anyone complains the roads are not salted, so
Yeah.
they'd probably be sanded more, so.
Yeah, I noticed sand out here.
Yeah, so that's why,
Yeah,
yeah. I think,
We
I'm
need
pretty
to,
sure
we
get
need
it.
to use less salt anyway.
yeah. So, just a heads up.
it's not like we have any hills in this town, right?
What's that?
Not like we have any hills in this town.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, everybody likes to use salt because in the spring, you have to sweep up sand
Right,
and clean out gutters and culverts and whatnot.
yeah.
On highway, I know when Curtis was in, what did we decide on as $8,000
Said
increase?
he didn't need it.
Okay, so we were going to reduce that.
That's the way I understood it.
Out of which line?
Yes,
Only 8,000 was,
Take 1,000 out of each one?
I thought he had me add 4 to summer and 4 to winter.
so we're gonna back those
so
out.
just,
So I'll just have to
Yeah.
find the ones I added and fix them.
All right, yeah.
Alright.
if you wanted to ask him to jog his memory, but I know
I can.
he's not always quick to respond, he's a busy guy too. All right. So welfare, staying the same. Uh, Culture and recreation. Now, the library, we decided we were gonna deal with it for next year. I think that was your recommendation, right? Leave it at the
So
4.
what do you guys want to put that at, like 43?
Leave it at 4.
There's going to be enough
Four.
irate people at town meeting.
Yeah,